establishing credit. So you guys are all in this place of you have no credit. Why do you have no credit? Because you're teenagers, right? And you don't have credit cards, and you might not have a bank account, and you may or may not have a job, right? So how do you get credit? Get a job. You're not going to get credit if you don't have money. Nobody's going to lend you money if you don't have a way to get money to pay them back. Do you understand? Does that make sense? Right? So open a savings account, open a checking account, manage those well, right? Don't overdraft, put money in your savings account on a regular basis. Show these creditors that you can handle having money, right? Get a store credit card. Why a store credit card?
Doesn't that help you with your credit too?
It's going to help you with your credit, and you're more likely to get a store credit card with a pretty low limit, right? Like a Walmart card with like $200 limit. Okay? That's going to help. Okay? So the 3 C's of credit. Creditworthy means having the assets, income, and tendency to repay debt. Character is based on your reputation for honesty and financial history. Right? Honesty means if you commit fraud, do you think you're ever going to get a loan again? No. Nope. Capacity, ability to earn money and pay debts. Right? If you make more money, you're probably going to get higher loan amounts. Right? So like my credit card limit compared to a brain surgeon's credit card limit. Probably very drastic things, right? Because they probably make at least, 6 or 7 times more than I do. Okay? Capital, financial worth. Right? What do you have that's worth money? Your house, your cars, your savings, right? You have more capital, you're going to be more credit worthy. So we talked last week a little bit about credit reports, right? We took a look at a credit report. So there's 3 major national credit reporting agencies: Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. Okay? And if you look them all up, they're probably going to differ by a little bit. Okay, that's normal. A credit report is a record of your credit history and financial behavior. It's going to show every credit account ever opened and outstanding balances on current credit accounts. So every loan that you've ever taken out. So Ms. Morgans and I probably have a long list of student loans. Right? That's just the student loans. Okay? It's going to list negative information such as delinquent or late payments. So if you make payments late all the time, it's going to show that. Right? If you have overdue taxes, that's going to show up too. Your information might be a little bit different between agencies. And this report weighs heavily on whether you get a credit card or a loan. Okay? Very influential on that. So how to read a credit report. We went through this last week with the credit report. Personal information, so you want to verify all of that. You want to check your credit summary. That's usually where your scores are. Okay, you're probably going to have 3. They're usually pretty close to each other. Account information, so you want to make sure that all of those accounts listed belong to you. Right? And if there is something like, I can tell you that I have never had, let's say, a Sears card. Right? If that shows up on my credit report, I'm going to be very concerned that my identity has been stolen, right? Because I never opened that. So that's a place that you can check that. Public records and any inquiries, right? So anytime that you apply for a credit card and the company checks your credit report, that shows up. And if you have too many of those, it actually has a negative impact on your score and your report. So what goes into your credit score? How long you've had credit counts, how much of that credit's new, types of credit that you use, the amounts that you owe, but the biggest part is payment history, right? So if you're late on your payments a lot, you're probably not going to have a good credit score. Even if you have a pretty significant amount of debt, if you're making your payments on time, you're probably going to have a pretty decent score. Okay, so what are the scores and how do they work? Some reporting agencies use a letter scale like grades, right? A, B, C, D, F. Some of them use the numbers. But the higher the better. Right? And yes, credit scores lower than 500 do exist. You really don't want those. Okay? This is a pretty good place to be. You really want to be, you really want to be up here, right? Up to the 990. But ABC, pretty good stuff. Okay? Using credit. Advantages of using credit. So you get the use of the goods and service as you pay for them, right? I get to use my car every day, even though I still have like 5 years worth of payments to use on it, right, or to pay on it, okay? You have the opportunity to buy costly items. There is absolutely no way I could have just outright paid for my car. No way. Source of cash for emergency, unexpected expenses, okay? It's kind of nice. My mom always told me to have a credit card that has like, that you keep paid off, but you keep the account open. Because what if you go to like Pittsburgh for a concert in December and the weather's terrible, right? You have that money, that emergency money to get yourself a hotel room so that you're safe. So just for situations like that. Convenience, safety, kind of goes along with that. You can take advantage of sales, right? You need a new washer and dryer. They're like 30% off. That's a pretty good sale. But you still don't have enough money. So you can put it on that credit card and get that lower price. Okay? They're going to help you reach long-range goals also. Disadvantages. When you spend money on a credit card, you are reducing your future spendable income. It's not saying that you're earning less. It's saying that now you've promised to pay that credit card company a certain amount of money out of every paycheck. That's how you're reducing it, right? You spend more, right? Expense. You spend more money because you have to pay interest. Not only are you paying what you paid for things, but you're paying that back with interest. And some credit cards are as high as like 20% interest. That's insane. Temptation, right? I really want that shirt. I don't really have money for that shirt, but I can just put it on a credit card, right? You pay way more for that shirt because you put it on a credit card. Because in the state of Pennsylvania, we do not tax clothing. But if you put it on the credit card, you have to pay interest on it, which is usually higher than even a tax rate would be. Okay? Risk of serious consequences, like you going into default, maybe even declaring bankruptcy.